Hey guys, how's it going everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, and ladies and gents, welcome back to a brand new Spider-Man PS4 video right here on the Blitzwinger YouTube channel. And ladies and gents, this is going to be a very different video, because a lot of the other videos that I've done have been kind of guides or myself playing through the game, whereas this is going to be much more so a discussion video. So essentially what I wanted to go on ahead and discuss is the ending of Spider-Man PS4. So we do have a nice, bright and beautiful and really cool costume right now, and beautiful day in New York, as you can see. But we're gonna get a little bit more somber right now, so of course I hope you enjoy the ending itself. So go on ahead and grab some popcorn, get ready to watch the ending cutscene of Spider-Man PS4, and then after that I'm gonna catch up with you guys and I'm gonna talk about the ending itself and what I think, and did I like it? Did I not like it? And plus, of course, how does this all get set up now for whatever is next?
That's it. How is it still working? Wait, what? I thought once you disconnect that thing, it wouldn't work. Is it permanently bonded to him?
Such a disappointment. Parker.
Whoa.
You knew? I tried to warn you, Peter, but you didn't listen. You knew. I won't let you win. This means too much to me. Not more than it means to me.
Whoa. Does he still have the serum? Okay.
See all the people you're hurting? You'll never understand. You haven't suffered like I have.
Come on.
You should be on my side.
He did everything for you, Otto. Come on.
Please, think of the man you were. That man is gone. You can't save me, Peter. Then I guess you'll have to save yourself. You were my hero. You meant so much to me.
Come on.
I hate that you're making me do this. We were going to change the world.
Dodge. The goggles are off.
You look tired, Parker. Not tired. Just hurt.
Twist them up. What am I doing here? Whoa. Okay, that's way too close. Oh no.
If you want to change the world, you have to be the kind of man who can make the hardest decisions.
Don't.
I couldn't agree more. No!
Whoa.
The anti-serum.
Here we go. We gotta get that thing. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, Parker. Come on. Yes. Now rush to feast.
I saw you as a son. I should have known you'd turn on me, just like all the others.
Turn. I've worshipped you. Your mind, your conscience, wanting to help others. The way you never gave up.
That's because men like us have a duty, a responsibility, to use our talents in the service of others. Even if they don't appreciate it, we have to do what's best for those beneath us, whether they understand it or not.
No, you're wrong. You are everything I wanted to be. You just threw it away.
Yes, of course. You're right, Peter. Oh, I see that now. The neural interface affected my mind. But I can fix it. We can fix it together. If you'll help me.
Do everything I can. I'll make sure you get the best help.
No! If they put me away, they'll take my arms. I'll be trapped in this useless body. Please, Peter. That wasn't me. You said
Dang.
you'd never abandon me. You promised. Remember? And of course, you rest easy, knowing your secret is safe with me.
You do what you think is best, Doc. It's all any of us can.
Peter?
Wow.
It hurts like hell.
Peter, where are you going? Peter? Peter!
Peter! Dang, dude. That was a doozy. But what a fight, man. What a fight. We brought the fight, that's for sure. Now with the anti-serum here, needs to bring that to Aunt May. It's good, right?
It's still viable. We'll need the entire sample as a base to produce more doses.
How long will that take?
A few hours. Maybe a day.
But what
What
about
if we use
Aunt
it to
May?
cure someone right now?
Then there won't be enough to cure the others.
Oh, why? Why?
I'll give you a few minutes.
Wait, are they gonna make us choose? Dang, I wonder.
You're gonna be okay, ma'am. I've got the cure right here.
Take off your mask. I want to see my nephew.
She knew all along.
You knew?
God, who's cutting onions in this room
I
suddenly?
never wanted you to worry.
I did. And I am so proud of you. And Ben would be too. All the people you've saved.
I don't know what to do.
Yes, you
I honestly don't know. Oh, dang. This dude is... better than many of us. She still has a heartbeat. Oh no. Is that how the game ends? Dang, that's heavy. Whew. Anti-serum station. Wow. From all the lives that were saved to the one life that mattered to our hero most. When you help someone, you help everyone. They got me. They got me. Dang. Whew. There's Otto. Looks like he's in the raft. Wowzers. 3 months later.
So?
Looks like a new laptop.
Mary Jane Watson, associate editor.
Congrats.
Hey, she
I
did
knew you
it.
could do it.
What about you? Find a job yet?
Oh, no, but
I'll be right with you, honey. Thank you.
I was actually considering maybe a career change.
Hmm?
Yeah, I think I might want to become a chef.
A chef?
I'm sorry. No, it's... You're a scientist. A good one.
Yeah, the last project I worked on, I created a monster octopus that almost destroyed the city, so...
Yeah. I mean, you do make a hell of a chicken curry.
I do. Still working on my dumplings, though.
Going camping?
Oh, my new place isn't gonna be ready for about a week, so I'm gonna be crashing with Miles for the next few nights.
Oh. You know, you can always stay at my place. Only if you want to.
No, I mean, yes, I mean, no, I don't, I'm not want to, meaning I do want to, but...
Peter.
You do.
Your awkwardness
I never stopped
is
wanting
lovely.
to.
Me neither.
Well, something had to go right in that boy's life.
Alrighty guys, so that was the ending, of course, of Spider-Man PS4, and like I warned you, it was a little bit more somber than many of you probably were even ready for, and it was very, very surprising, honestly, that that was the ending. I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect for them to actually go as far as, you know, taking Aunt May out of the equation, just because oftentimes Aunt May remains as kind of Peter's anchor to an extent, as the character that Peter to an extent kind of stays motivated and grounded for. But I guess that'll be the role that MJ will be playing going forward for Spider-Man and Peter Parker. But either way, I wanted to go on ahead and give you guys my opinions and thoughts. So first and foremost, I know a lot of people were actually mad, like straight up mad at the fact that the Insomniac decided that they were going to kill off Aunt May. I understand the frustration, but I also think that that means that they did a good job with that character, because I think if you felt that it was kind of inconsequential, or if you just felt like, oh, okay, well, that's kind of sad. If you didn't feel that guttural, like, visceral anger to an extent, then they probably didn't do a very good job with the character. But I think that overall, the way that it was handled was really well done. Could or should it have happened, I guess? That's a much tougher question to answer, just because I think that now kind of the people that are important in Peter's life really remains only to one, and that would be MJ. Well, actually, I guess two, because it'd be MJ and Miles Morales. So it's kind of interesting as far as where does this take the character in a sequel, because if, let's say, the big villains end up being, I don't know, Venom and Green Goblin, let's say, which is what I'm predicting it will be. But if, let's say, those are your two big villains for the next game, then as those which, I guess, to an extent, which of Peter's people in his life, which of them will be put into danger, and which of them will force Peter to possibly, you know, put himself in really bad spots, or put himself in danger for them, so to speak. So if you take Aunt May out, I think that obviously you have now created less grounding elements for Peter Parker. But overall, I still think that the way that it was done was fair. And I think that the other thing I would say is that I was actually somewhat surprised by the fact that they did actually do it, just because, you know, a lot of times superhero games and superhero movies, and just in general, anything that's in the superhero genre, it doesn't matter on what medium it is already, but just anything that is in the superhero genre, oftentimes it's like the stakes seem very high, but then at the end of the day, nothing really matters, because you kind of get to that point where you're like, well, it was kind of, or seemed like it was going to be really high stakes, but then at the end of the day, there was no real impact onto this character's world. Whereas this game did not pull any punches, and it went right for the throat in terms of just like, hey, here's the most guttural thing we could do, and the actions of Martin Lee have had resounding consequences. And it's fascinating how, you know, in the entire story, Martin Lee to an extent struggles with going from Mr. Negative to this other character. Well, I guess from Mr. Negative to Martin Lee, because as Martin Lee, he's done a lot of good helping out Feast, and he's proud of the work that he has done with Aunt May. But then at the same time, it's fascinating that it is those actions that end up costing him the one person that Martin Lee cared for, which is Aunt May. He ends up being the person why she's gone. So it's kind of a really fascinating loop for the characters. All the characters involved, I would say, not just Spider-Man, not just Aunt May, but actually Martin Lee as well, and how that impacts his character going forward, because that'll be interesting to see if he ever has that type of conversation with Spider-Man or Peter, that he was the reason why Aunt May is gone. So it'll be interesting to see how that unfolds potentially in the sequel as well. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention as far as the ending is concerned, okay, Spider-Man, careful, dude. Every time he does that, I'm freaked out, because I'm like, dude, are you crazy? Just gonna hit everybody in sight here. But I would say that the other thing that I really liked about the ending is that it still had kind of, in a cheesy way, a happy ending, because to an extent, ow, holy, ay. No, you're not. We're gonna catch up to these guys. Sorry. That's what happens when you do a live commentary. There we go. Got him. So what I would say is, for me personally, I think it was cool that they actually ended it with, like, you know, Peter and MJ embracing, and it seems like at least they're back together. I guess maybe the DLC will work on some of that as well. Maybe we'll see some more of those character elements unfold. But the point is that it's like Peter finally catches a break, because if you watch the entire sequences of events in the game, it's like one thing after another. The guy like gives up everything to go work with Otto Octavius and kind of looks to him as his mentor, and he's got this, you know, to an extent maybe even like naive hopefulness that him and Otto are going to change the world, and then for that to be the man that kind of stabs him in the back and creates all these other problems in his life. Like, he gets evicted. MJ doesn't seem to want to get back together with him. Aunt May seems to be worried about him. And then, of course, Aunt May falls ill. the other man that he somewhat looked up to in his life, and Martin Lee, also ends up betraying him. So it's like, it's just one thing after another. Like, Peter just could not catch a break. So it was really, really refreshing to go on ahead and see the fact that he was not only given a break, but then we have this nice happy ending for the game. I know some people didn't like the ending because of that very reason, because they felt like it should have been a much more somber ending and they should have just ended it on the Aunt May sequences and everything like that. But I think that honestly, like, you want to leave a game with a positive feeling, a positive emotion, and not something that just makes you feel like, oh gosh, like that was really heavy-handed. Like, you know, if that was the case, it would have just felt like we kind of, to an extent almost, like everything we did in the game was for nothing, you know, just because ultimately the most important person to Peter ends up passing, and it's like, well, what did we do all of that for, you know? So I think that for me, I was very happy with the ending, and I think that it does a great job of setting up the possibilities of what will come next. I think the post-credit scene probably does even better at setting things up, because it really kind of teases what is coming up next for Spidey and Peter Parker. Either way, I would really love to hear from you guys. What did you think of the ending of the game? Specifically, just the ending, not post-credit scenes, but just the ending of the game. Did you think that it was well executed or not? Did you think that they should have had Peter and MJ get back together, or would it have been better if they just kind of kept to that for the next game? Do you think that Aunt May, the death of Aunt May, was well done, or should they have not done it at all? Let me know down in the comment section below. Of course, like always, guys, don't forget to have an absolutely fantastic day. If you guys are interested in more Spider-Man PS4 content, make sure you're subscribed, because I will be uploading tons and tons more footage and tons more gameplay from this game. So, of course, stay tuned for all of those awesome videos. And, of course, like I always say, have an absolutely fantastic day. I'll see you all later, alligators. Bye-bye, everyone.